I don't think it's that until for another 30 minutes though.
You may be right, Matthew.
Turingo's made it. Hey, I'm gonna cue you guys up when we're ready to play Reveille. Since David's not here, I'm gonna need y'all to. I'm gonna give you guys a warning. Uh-oh. Matthew?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got a little confused because I saw you speaking, and I couldn't hear you. But I'm looking at the YouTube, which is
45 seconds behind.
yeah. There we go. All right, there. Let's see here.
Nope, I was right, Matthew. It's 12:32 in the morning in Melbourne. I have a client who lives there. So.
It was either 7 or 8 was midnight.
Yep.
Or at least, of course, that's not all of Australia, so I might be right as well.
Oh, make no mistake, you're correct there.
Because one of the territories or states, I think, has a crazy time of like 45 minutes or 15 minutes off.
Yeah, they have several that way.
Hey, get out of here. Here we are. Turn the camera around.
Good old Frank Flash with his volume.
Where are we hearing the audio? Okay. Frank.
It's Frank.
I'm sorry, Marilyn. I don't know if I'm going to have time to figure it out for you.
That's okay. I'll just hang out and I don't have to be seen. That's okay.
That's right. As long as you're heard, you're good. We're good.
It will only do a drop and goes today, so
right.
Yeah.
And we have one looks like at least one new first timer. So.
Good morning.
Hey, Edgar.
Good
To
morning,
do what?
Matthew. Good morning, Bruce. Good morning.
All right. Thanks, Frank. Are you guys still there?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Just want to make sure we're got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I talked to Adam. He said 7:35 or 7:40.
Oh man. Oh, they don't got.
So I take it Reveille is extremely loud.
And something was on his glasses.
Howdy. Howdy.
Howdy.
Good morning to everybody. Please join us with a pledge. I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Play ball.
All right. Wow, that was lackluster. Thank you, Michelle, for being the single clapper. We appreciate that. Look at everybody's clapping for Michelle now. That's weird. All right. Good morning, everybody. How are y'all? Woo! I love it. So this is pretty much one of my favorite times of the year. We're coming up on here shortly. It's Arrow. I can't take you serious, John. Gobble gobble, dude. That is just wrong. It's awesome, but wrong. All right. I'm gonna focus on y'all because I now I see Scott with pie on his head. So, got pie on his face. Yeah. So, look, I am so glad that you guys are with us. This is my favorite time of the year. This is Arrow Child and Family Ministry season. We could call it Christmas season, but I think it's I think it's more important to call it what it really is, right? So we're going to hear from Raven here in just a little bit. Thank you so much for coming up and being with us again. We always love you to have you here and love to be a part of what you guys are doing. You guys are doing some amazing stuff. Who here has never been to a Reveille networking group in their entire life? Who has never been here? The only one in the room who's never been here before. So I'm going to focus all my attention on you in a minute. I'm not doing that right now. So, but we're going to get to know you here in just a little bit. Who here is on our leadership team? Please raise your hand. Wow. Does it feel like it's about a third of the room is on the leadership team? I think that's awesome. We got a lot of folks that are invested in what's going on here, and that's amazing. All right, I want to say good morning to our tech team. We're a little bit lighter than we normally are, but and no, that wasn't a weight joke. That was a number of people joke. So we're glad to see you guys. We're going to say hi to our Zoomers here in a second. You able to pull them over? Look at those fine folks there. So we're glad to see y'all. And we'll get to talk to y'all. God, would you push this needs to go up because that's pulling right at my belly, and I don't like that. I'm very self-conscious, as y'all can know. So, still there. Gosh. Okay. Thank you, Don. Thank you. And you would think so. I also want to say good morning to our check-in team. Good morning to you all. We're so glad that you guys got up early this morning. They get here sometimes earlier than the tech team. It's the weirdest thing. Oh, they do. They've already. Andrew, you're on your third cup of coffee. At least, no, third pot of coffee. I'm sorry. So, all right. And one person that we rarely say thank you to, but we should do more often would be Frank, our photographer, doing a good job. So we are grateful for you, grateful for what you do and all the work you do and how much you shoot me in the face and all that stuff. So, all right. With that, who do we got coming up? Is it the Ray Rogers or Antonio show? Which one is it? Oh, so if it wasn't Ray, Antonio declared it as Ray. So, but I didn't get to say Antonio. I know. I totally did that. Ray Rogers, everybody.
Sorry to disappoint you, Adam. All right. So we're here for 5 reasons. Where are our business owners? You came prepared today. Yeah. Oh, JR. Yeah, good job. Very delayed. He's kind of retired. All right. Second is going to be our corporate employees. Yeah, the sign is back. She decided to stay where she is. So, all right, our third, those in transition. Anybody here in transition? No? Nobody's looking? All right, cool. Our fourth is going to be our retirees. Apparently, they're a little light today, so they brought 2 people who also want to be retired to sit with them. JR's like, what's going on, guys? You fit great. Yeah, that's a good table for you. Oh, there we go. He's working on it. All right. Our fifth is giving back to each other. That's giving back to each other by helping each other find the opportunities that we're looking for. That's also giving back to each other by helping our community. We have a number of ways that we have helped our community, and we are very proud to show one today. So with that, our vision is to positively impact business professionals and our community through the development of quality relationships, the passion of the 12th man, and the inspiration too.
Good job. Good job. Howdy. We'll talk a little bit about Reveille history. We are actually a spinoff from the original Rev group that started in the 1980s. Our founder was Phil Wilkerson, and he got tired of driving down to Houston. So he started a group up here, North Houston, Spring, Woodlands, all that. And we have been in existence for 8 years. We have done some awesome things in those 8 years. We're going to hear about one of them today. It's just kind of a tradition we have now with Arrow. We started out with a handful of people, and we have grown, we have morphed, we have moved, we adapt. That's what it's like if you have a small business, you learn how to adapt quickly. And I've always taught, one of the things I always talk about is cross training. We bring people in. We started, we had no technology team. We had one guy did everything. He did the check-in. We did not do Zoom, any of that sort of thing. So over time, we've kind of learned to adapt to changing conditions. So just to let y'all know, y'all probably ought to pay attention to the history spiel this time. I am going to be gone for the rest of the year. So one of y'all's going to fill in and do this job. All right. It's good and bad. The first Friday, I'm getting my last eye surgery done. The second two Fridays, we're going to be in Germany. So we're going to have some fun doing something with the Traveling Aggies when we get back. If anybody wants information on Traveling Aggies, give us a holler. Thanks.
Awesome. I think it's really weird that you're going, but Donna's staying. That's strange. I don't understand. Donna, thank you for your heart and staying to help with Reveille the entire month. No, you will be missed for the month, I promise, especially since we've got some other rigmarole that we have to work through, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit too. With that, we're going to go ahead and get to our first timers. That's exactly right, our first timer. So if you wouldn't mind, come on up. And I'm going to give you a microphone, and I'm going to ask you some really, really hard but important questions.
Let's hear it.
One of them, there is no dance this time. What is your name? Where are you from? And how long you been here?
So my name is Caleb Allums, actually from the Huntsville area. What was the other question? I'm sorry.
How long you been here?
Oh, how long have I been here? Me and the wife, we live, and our son, we live in Montgomery. And we've been there for 3 years now.
Fantastic. So what do you do?
I'm actually newly a insurance broker.
That sounds awful.
I guess it depends on the person that you're working with, really. But I mean, not really. The agency I'm with, they're really fun, so it makes the day go by.
Sure it does. Yeah, insurance.
I mean,
I
seem happy, right?
Those guys are shady. I tell you, what you don't know is that I have an agency for 20 years. So there you go. That's why they're laughing at me, not you. So. All right. No, that's fantastic. So what is the perfect customer? What are you looking for?
Oh man, just anybody who's, trying to save a dollar, which is all of us right now.
Yep.
And then, looking to create a relationship, not only just an insurance wise, but outside of that, someone needs, networking on their own side, now I have a place to send them. So really it's build a relationship and, help save some money.
Awesome. So insurance is broad. What are you focusing on?
So the agency I'm with, I specialize in home, auto, boat, trailer. So really general insurance, not commercial, not life, not health. Huh?
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
I've already put my flag in this place. No, that's a joke. Anybody you invite, all your commercial buddies, that's totally fine. I am not that guy. So, all right. So personal lines mainly, home, auto, the toys that come along with home ownership. That's fantastic, man. I think you're getting in at a good time, actually. Not 3 years ago when it was really bad. So
you couldn't meet anybody.
Correct. So with that said, thank you so much for coming. How'd you hear about us?
Michelle over there, actually.
Michelle. Oh, Michelle knows other insurance folks? A few. Okay, sweet. All right. Well, we're glad that you are with us. We want you to stay with us. So there's a thing that, so I see the ring. You're not an Aggie, right?
No,
yeah.
That's for sure.
And then, well, if I was here, I couldn't see it. I can see it from here.
No.
Where are you from? Like what school?
So I went to Lamar University.
Lamar, LU?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
LU. Yeah, LU.
Yeah. So, so what'd you call me? Anyway, we allow other folks that aren't Aggies in this room, but you, okay. We allow most folks, but Di is about to get kicked out because she's flashing the devil sign over there.
Oh.
2 more weeks till you're sad. I understand.
So
that's totally fine.
Going,
oh, good. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a diehard Aggie.
All right.
My sister goes to A&M,
I love it. All right. So with that said, please come back. There's a whole thing. What happens when an Aggie does something more than once? What does it become? A tradition. So you come one more time, dude. It's tradition. You can never not stop coming. So that's your warning. Thanks for coming, man.
Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. And gig 'em. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Give him a big old round of applause. He did well. All right. With that, we're going to bring Scott Hoffman up here. We've got a lot of fun coming up. Not only because it's Scott, who the heck knows what he's actually going to say or do, but it's more, we've got some really awesome name tags that are getting handed out right now. So, Scott, you got a flat tire there, buddy. All right. She's not here.
Greetings. And this is directed to you because the rest of us have heard this 100 times already. But I'm in charge. Well, I get it to give out the name tags. But 1921, the Aggies were playing Center College. I keep wanting to go put it back in the Central, but Center College, and unlike today, where everybody's got all kinds of paddings and helmets and stuff, they didn't have so much back there, and the team was pretty much decimated with injuries. And if they lost one more person, they would not have been able to continue to play. They would have had to forfeit the game. So the coach went up got E. King Gill. E. King was a former football player, but he went to the basketball. And E and I had a good time, but we called him E. And anyway, he went down and stood on the sidelines to be ready, willing, and able to go play football in case somebody else got injured. Fortunately, he didn't have to go out. And thank you, because this makes me, they say I'm sweet. Well, it depends on what your connotation, I guess. Anyway, so that's the reason when you see an Aggie football game, everybody, all the students are standing the entire game because they're ready, willing, and able to go down and help. That's the reason they call it the 12th man. Okay. Jeff Kirchhoff. Yeah. Jeff here is for his number 50. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah, too late. Thank you. Number 75, Jennifer Applegate. Jennifer's been with us almost more than 75 times. Here's your. She has been a real help with us, and with her folks helping the community. We appreciate it. Now I'm going to go into 200. Roland Hurst. Michelle Whitaker. Michelle. Thank you. Hey, thank you.
Way to go, Michelle.
Thank you. 250. Angela Simmels. $250. That's what half of us weigh. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, and a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Scott. They give him a big round of applause, please. And thank you all. So for you, I don't know if it was explained though, but when we first started, when you got to your 12th meeting, that's why number 12 is important to this group, to Aggies, is when you're here for your 12th meeting, that's when you get your first name badge. So number 12. Then it goes from 25, 50, 75, 100, 150, 200, 250, and pretty soon I think we're going to have our first 1,000. That's not true. Do the math and you know that's not true. So but we've kind of capped out at 250. We're starting to get a number of 250s in here. Angela, congratulations on that. And then we've got some awesome folks in here that should be getting theirs here before too long as well. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get on to our commercials. Now, because we want to leave enough time for Raven, what are we doing today? Drop and goes. That's exactly right. For those that don't know what a drop and go is, you will soon learn. It's not hard. It is simply your name, your company, and your industry. So for example, this is what you say: Adam Cook, Cook Insurance Group, Commercial Insurance. That's it. What do you say? What do you say, Bruce? Cook Insurance. Oh, no. See, Bruce just doesn't get it. All right. Matthew, show us how to do it.
Matthew Bodgley, ITE KBR.
Matthew, do it again.
Matthew Bodgley, ITE Discovery at KBR.
Awesome. Give me a thumbs up. Oh, never mind. All right. Oh, yay. All right. That's my favorite thing, y'all. I absolutely love that. I wish we had that in real life. All right. Marilyn Sander, then Ronald Lambert. Marilyn?
Hi, Marilyn Sander, Pro Action Careers.
Marilyn can't give me a thumbs up. All right. Roland Lambert, Rich Marsh.
Ronald Lambert, Hardware IT Program Manager, Hewlett Packard.
Did I say Roland?
You did.
All right, Ronald. So, all right. All right, Rich Marsh, Edgar Amanza. I'm sorry.
Hello, Rich Marsh. Between Jobs Ministry, if you're in transition, we need to talk.
Are you from North Korea? Rocket Man. Get it? That was good. Edgar Almanza.
Good morning, Reveille. Edgar Almanza, SGS Redback, Business Development Manager.
Perfect. You see how that goes? All right, we're going to do that in here. Who wants to get started, Kitty?
Kitty Mike sell Hippo custom imprinting, custom decorated apparel, and so much more.
What about Marilyn Sander?
Kathy Bruce, Always Best Care Senior Services, non-medical home care. Non-medical.
Angela Schimmels, Image 360 Science and Graphics, non-medical science and graphics.
Howdy. Tony Bennett, Repstory LLC, oil and gas industry. Gig 'em.
Howdy, Roland Hurst, the Aggieland Spirit. Stay positive.
Cindy Tergiano, Tarangos, Entertainment, Gun Simulator.
Joe Torrigiano, Durango's Dry Fire Range, Family Fun Entertainment.
Ross, owner Minuteman Press, commercial printing.
Phil Powers, retired. Hey.
John Miller, beat the hell out of Auburn.
Mike Wells, retired.
Diet Juice Plus, fruits and veggies and capsules.
Antonio Gutierrez, Mortgages.
Raven Green, Arrow Child and Family Ministries.
Jennifer Applegate, Impact Fleet.
Mary Wagers Health Insurance Services, Medicare Specialist.
And I did something wrong. I heard that.
Donna Hunter, don't forget to put your card in the bucket.
Michelle Whitaker, SWBC Mortgage, Residential Mortgage Loan Officer.
Caleb Allums, the Sakier Agency Insurance Broker.
Scott Hoffman, retired.
Tim Korek, HP Inc.
Jeff Kirkhoff, IT Service Delivery Manager for Equinor.
Jeff Daggs with Schooling Mitchell, Business and Nonprofit Cost Reduction.
Alan Cunningham, the Home Inspection Services and Life Insurance Agent with PFA.
Howdy. Hey, John Stacy, Business Coach and Advisor.
Ray Rogers, I help my clients get to and stay in group number 4.
Tommy Hunter, Jacobs Properties, Montgomery, Texas.
Todd Fleury, Real Estate Appraiser, appraisalhouston.com. Oh, I'm sorry. Todd Fleury, Real Estate Appraiser and Broker, appraisalhouston.com.
I get double.
Give it to Ramraz.
Frank Fuss, Life Coaching.
Bruce Keene, Southern Cross Communications, phone systems that say, wow.
Frank Boyd, have Canberra Travel, photographer. Bye.
Feel like say something.
Sure. Did that be that quick like that? Yeah. Okay. Joe Macri, executive chef here at Abundant Harvest, but we're terminating this. I'm continuing my catering business. So I'm going to drop some cards off and hopefully I can continue serving you all breakfast.
J.R. Ramirez, Spec Inspection Services, Home Inspections.
All right. Apparently we need to talk because that's news and I love it. So where do you in my hey. Yeah. Yeah, I already did my commercial. You guys did a fantastic job with your drop and goes. It was awesome. So now we're going to get to the best part of the meeting, which is we're going to hear from Raven. Raven, come on up. So for those, who here hasn't been here a full year with us? I know most of y'all have, but not everybody. I know you haven't because that'd be weird. So we've got a number of folks that haven't been with us for a full year. For the last many years, we've been working with Arrow Child and Family Ministries, an amazing organization that works with foster kids, foster placement, and in certain regards has taken over the role for CPS in certain counties and areas, and they're looking to expand that. So they are not though their hearts are in ministry, they've grown and they're a vital part of what goes on with the health and safety of our children that are out in our communities. And so we were looking and we were looking for somebody to partner up with because we had been purchasing toys for kids for Christmas for a few years, usually foster care, kids in orphanages and things like that. So we want to make sure that the least of these were taken care of as described in the Bible. But we've worked with different organizations, and all we did was we would buy toys and we'd feel good about ourselves. When we got involved in Arrow, they're like, well, what else can you do? We're like, well, I guess we can, they said, well, we need people to help come rap. And I'm like, well, I can rap. I'm like, I'm from the 80s. I got that 80s rap going. But that is not what she meant. I cannot break dance. I will break everything. But that's not the rap. Not the rap she was talking about. So we started helping with wrapping all the presents, and trust me, that's a lot of presents. And then she says, well, what about The Christmas party. We have a Christmas party where everybody comes through. Now, the first year we did it was the COVID year, and so we did it as a drive-through. And look, it was an absolute blast. You get to see the kids, you get to interact with the kids, you get to interact with the parents, and they hired and they pay them very well, the best darn cent you darn ever seen. So it's an absolute blessing and honor. And you guys know my heart. This is my favorite time of the year. I talk about it year round. So with this, I'm going to let Raven take over and tell us all the awesome things that are going on.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be here. This has also become one of my favorite times of year. Just to be with you guys, to kind of share kind of some of the things that we're doing. I am Raven Green with Arrow Child and Family Ministries. I sit in our headquarters office, which is over on 2920 in Spring. We do have 12 offices throughout the state in which we serve kids and families. I guess if you want to go to the first slide, I can just kind of go off the slides a little bit. Sure, no problem, no problem. Perfect. Okay, the next page. And so this just kind of tells you a little bit about us. We've been around for 32 years. We're not new to this. We do serve the entire state of Texas. So we license families, we place kiddos in homes that have come into foster care. Really what we want to see happen is children be reunified with their biological parents when possible, right? Sometimes it's just extra supports that need to be in place. Maybe some teaching, right? Some helpful practices and skills. Sometimes that is not the case, and we understand that, but we are here to put these wraparound services in place to serve the whole family, the whole child. We do have behavioral health. We have things to kind of help these kids work through the trauma, because it's more than just giving them a safe place to sleep and a family to feed them, right? We need to work through some issues. If not, this population of kiddos, these are the ones that will, the statistics say these are the ones that will be incarcerated, homeless, teen pregnancy, trafficked, etc. So this is why our work is so important. Okay, next slide, please. Currently what's going on here is in the state of Texas, the state is not a good foster parent, so they are privatizing, which means thank you. Yes, that is, thank you. Yes. So what that means is they are actually going to leave it to the professionals to do what we do best. We are a Christian-based organization, so that means that we are able to not only serve these kids, but really serve them in a Christ-centered way. And so this kind of shows the area 6B. So with the privatization, Region 6B. So Harris County is the pink area. Region 6B is that orange area. So that is 12 counties surrounding Harris. That is what's currently up for bid. Arrow has written a proposal in hopes to get that. What that means is we would become the CPS for the greater Houston area. That means any case managers that want to serve children, they would need to serve them the way we expect them to serve children, right? Which is good stuff. I mean, we are very innovative. We have the technology. We have all the wraparound services that the state doesn't. So very proud to say in last year in East Texas, we were awarded Region 4. So that's 23 counties in the Piney Woods area. So we're already doing it. We've already kind of got our feet on the ground securely. We know what we're doing. We're ready to take on this big area. What does that mean? That means we need community partners, we need supporters, we need people talking about foster care. Not everybody's equipped to take a child into their home. I get it. I would love, to talk to you individually about ways you can support. Monthly giving is huge. $20 a month is so impactful. We have a lot of kinship families. That means instead of a child being removed from their family, we find a kin, next of kin, a grandparent, an aunt, uncle to take the child. So the child is not completely removed from the family. What does that mean? Sometimes the grandmother is a retiree, right? She is not financially equipped to take on maybe a sibling group of 3, right? That's where we come in. We want to support her. We want to buy the fire extinguisher that we need. We want to be able to provide Christmas gifts and birthday gifts to these kids, so she's not struggling and worried about that. At Arrow, we are a true ministry. This is kind of our heart. This is what we want to do. We want to lift these families up. So this is why I'm here. Just kind of, I'm pouring out my heart to you guys. Y'all have been so generous in the past for Christmas and the toys and your time and your energy. I've had, coffee and meals with some of you just to kind of explain what we do. And, y'all look me up. I'd love to do that with anyone else that's interested. Next slide, please. Okay, here are the 2 big asks right now. And I do have a flyer, so don't stress if you can't get this. I have a flyer. Everybody will get one. And it's for our virtual toy drive, which y'all have been extremely generous in the past years. There are toys from like $7 up to like $55. With each toy, these are kids from our North Houston office. So our office that's right at Rayford and 45, right? I don't know where we are. I think right here. Thank you. Thank you. It's from our North Houston office. These are the exact toys that these kiddos have selected. So when you click on a toy, it'll have the child's first name and their age. And that is what they have asked that they want. You'll see that they're infants. Infants haven't asked, but it's what the family's like, I would really love for this child to have X. This includes our teens, right? Our teens want to go to school wearing the Nike socks that all the other teens have, right? So they'll maybe register for Nike socks or something like that. So every single gift is appreciated. You order it from Amazon. It's delivered to my office and ready to go for our wrapping event, which is December 7th. And then the Saturday after that is the Christmas party. That's when the families come out. We have Santa, the most wonderful Santa of we have Santa, we have hot cocoa, cookies. It's just a good time for all of them to come together, fellowship, and just kick off the Christmas season. So I'll pass out these little flyers, and it has a QR code to sign up to volunteer or sign up to buy a toy. And we just appreciate you guys. We can't do it without the help of the community, and y'all have been amazing partners. And I just thank you. I thank you so much for helping us do what we do. So does anybody have any questions? Is there anything? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The wrapping and the Christmas party are both at our headquarters location, which is 2920. The QR code gives you the exact times, the location, and everything that's going on. And even for our party, it tells the different things, like you want to pass out cookies? Do you want to help with crafts? Do you want to, haul the gifts to the car? What do you want to do?
One of the things that I learned as I go along is that not everybody does QR codes. If you want some help with that, it's real quick, easy. You take your camera, you hover it over the little square that's got garbled stuff in it, and up on your phone pops Amazon. Ding, you click it, and then you can order directly from your phone. So if you need some help with that, come see me. This is a very, very worthwhile activity. We took in some kids a while back, and at Christmas time, we had, instead of 2 kids, we had 6 kids. Mm-hmm. And we had a group of angels from the church, from their hometown, swoop in and deliver Christmas toys. And I got to tell you, it was amazing. Mm-hmm. So if you can do this, if you can give a couple of toys, you get to pick and choose how much you want to spend, how many. If you have a special present that you see and you think, wow, that would make that kid's life, you can buy that present. It gets automatically shipped from Amazon to Arrow Child and Family Ministries, and then at the wrap party, it gets wrapped up. Then when the foster families come to the Christmas party, it will get loaded into their car, and you have made that child's year, and you don't even know it yet. It's amazing.
And the great thing is that these are their toys, so if they go back home or they move, that is theirs, which is a very precious thing to think about, right? That someone gave that. Yes, ma'am.
For anyone who's a Prime member, it's Prime Week, I guess. So you're going to see a lot of discounts on here. There was one item I just saw that was 50% off. So,
Awesome.
I have a question. Do you have statistics, if not for this year, for 23? Like how many of the families that went through your program actually got to be placed back in the home with their natural family?
Yeah, I don't know reunification numbers off the top of my head. It's just not where I am, but I can definitely give me your card. Let's talk about that. I can get the information, and that is something we really strive to do. Again, right now, the state, if your children are removed, you have to go through 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter if they were removed because you are an addict or you're abusive or your husband's abusive. Everybody does 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which that is not helpful, right? That is not helpful. So there's a big population that is not reunified, unfortunately. Yes, sir. Oh,
I was just wondering, what's the cutoff date to be able to get the toys and do
that's a fantastic question. Listen, if we could just get them, the sooner the better. We are really, really crunched on time this year, the way the calendar falls. So so next week, I believe, is already December, right? So December 7th is when we're wanting to get all these gifts wrapped. I will accept late gifts, and sometimes we'll have to do that. We'll say, hey, the case manager needs to come the week after the party to come get the last straggling gifts. So the sooner the better would be great, but I'm not going to give a deadline. I will take gifts anytime.
I can actually give a little bit of detail because I end up purchasing a ton of toys every single year, and my Amazon gives me suggestions all throughout the year because of it. But if you look on it, what I end up doing, end up loading a bunch of toys, and then it'll tell me some are going to get here really late, and I'll pull those off. We want to see that they're there because I'm going to buy pretty much everything over the next week for Reveille. I think we've got about $4,500 in the bank that we're going to do. So that's going to clear out a lot of it. And part of my process actually is I go to the older kids first.
Thank you. Yes.
And part of the reason is when you have random folks that are, getting on the QR code, usually it's the cute thing for the little baby that people focus in on first. And usually they're the cheaper thing too. You get something for $10 for a kiddo. It feels like every time I look at the list that the older kids and the more expensive things kind of get left off. So I will actually focus and get all of those taken care of as soon as we can. That way we're giving, the best bang for our buck. We'll also go and I'll start clipping coupons, and I'll look for the ones on sale. And I'm trying to be the best steward I can, but still certain things will say, well, we're not going to show up until January for whatever reason it got back ordered. So we'll pull that off, and we'll make sure that we get everything we can that's going to show up before the 7th. And really it needs to be at latest, to be honest with you, at the beginning of the week. So I'd say that Monday before the 7th. Reason for that is they still have to get it, sort it, put it in the boxes. They do a ton of work before we get there to even wrap. So the wrap party, I think, is the easy part. They do the lion's share of the work. So as soon as we can get them there, and you shouldn't have to ask for anything expedited. Most everything is going to get there pretty quick.
Thank you, Adam. Well, thank you so much for your time. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just had, so it kind of, I know I'm new here and stuff, but I'm not afraid to get personal. So this actually hits like home, like a lot, not with me specifically, but with my wife. Her and her siblings were in a drug addictive family and were taken. And so firsthand, I know CPS is hard to deal with, not only because we're dealing with it now with my wife's sister. She went down the same path as their parents, and she has a 3-year-old son, and we take care of him. And CPS is involved, and they are very hard to work with,
Mm-hmm.
especially getting like
Yeah.
aid and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I will definitely be getting in contact with
Yeah.
you. And I'll definitely be pushing this around, but
Thank you.
for anybody who I guess hasn't worked with her, like I didn't know this was a thing,
Mm-hmm.
and this is that's really cool that there's something this local for something like that.
And I think that's why it's so important for us to talk and share this, right? Because this is one of the things that happen in society. We assume somebody else is taking care of it, someone else is dealing with it, it's someone else's problem. It's actually, we all need to come together. We need to lock arms and figure out what we can do together. Only together can we make a true difference and impact. And the more that I talk to people, it's one of those topics that everybody is just like a relationship or two separated from something foster or adoption.
And if you've never given before, bought Christmas gifts for an occasion like this, it does matter a lot to the kids. I've heard stories from my wife and her sisters.
Mhm.
Those are the gifts that they remembered the most.
That's right.
Was the time that they got a pile of gifts when normally their parents just showed up with a trash bag on Christmas Day saying, "Here, Santa left this for
Yeah.
you." So it's really nice. Those kids, they do appreciate those gifts, that's for sure, of all ages.
Thank you. And I would love to give you my card. I have cards if anybody wants one. And also we have resources that if y'all ever have questions, it's no obligation. We would love to talk to you guys, like advise you if you need any kind of help or, with your personal stuff.
So
thank you.
I will make the point here, you guys have heard, our heart within Reveille for a while. Most of y'all have. What he said was one of the reasons we do what we do is we give nonprofit organizations, even if we're not supporting them financially, we still give them a platform to be able to come in and say, hey, this is what we do in the community. I asked this question to somebody last night and they didn't know. You guys probably know because I've said it many times. How many nonprofit organizations are in Montgomery County? 3,500. How many of them do you know? Many of them are doing awesome, amazing things that we just don't know they exist. They're not necessarily, they've got a great heart, but not the best marketers. You know what I mean? And so that's why I think a group like this is really important, that we can get together and we can give a voice to some of these organizations. But what you said, there's people in this room that have gone through exactly what you and your wife are going through. My daughter, 22 years old, is my niece. It's a very similar situation. She was mine from 20 months old, and she's still mine to this day, even though she doesn't want to admit it. But and you're right, CPS was a lot of fun. We never got any aid. We never got any help, but that's okay. We still raised her and she's still mine. So that's why it's really important. There's a lot of folks with great hearts, and I think that's why Reveille is so important to me. All right.
Is there a way to filter the list for those like from 12 and up?
No, I think you can filter by price. I don't think, because I would have had to create tags. And so in the past, that's been really kind of complicated for donors. So no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I just spend time on the computer and I just start looking down the list.
And you should see in the little comment, it'll have the child's name and the age.
Correct.
So you can just scroll down and see that.
All right. What
so
time
thank
is it?
you guys.
Thank
I love
you,
Aggies.
Raven, you always do such a fantastic job. We love, what's that? Thank you. We always love having you with us. So with that, like I said, we're going to start purchasing, but if you want to be a part of the wrap party. Now, last year, the wrap party was weird because there's such a thing as too much help. They had a bunch of organizations other than the Reveille come up, and we were done wrapping all of that in 45 minutes. So we just hung out and drank cocoa, and they had some whiskey in the back. We pulled that out, had a great morning. She's not hearing a word I say about that. But it was a grand time. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and sign up for that, it's a lot of fun, y'all. It really is. Get up there, wrap some presents, engage with each other, chat, drink some cocoa, bring your kiddos, bring your mom. I don't care. Bring them all. And then and then with the Christmas party, there's so much things to do and so many ways to interact with kids. And so it's definitely worthwhile. All right. With that, we're going to go ahead and run to the end stuff. So before that, I'm going to get Roland. Roland, do you have some name or some stuff?
For our award last week, don't forget, there's 2 contests today since we're not meeting next week. You have to choose the Auburn game and the TU game. So one sheet is going to be one, the other one for the other. So make sure you don't put the wrong scores on the wrong teams with the whatever. But for the second time this year, the lovely Donna Hunter wins again. All right, there you go. And if you don't play, you can't win.
Awesome. Be sure to go over there. He'll have. Where's your list at? Oh, Angela's got the list. So make sure you sign up for both weeks. Also, remember, we will not be meeting next week. So we will not be here. But come December, we will be still meeting here. Now, therein lies the announcement. So some of y'all have heard, maybe some of y'all haven't. So the Abundant Harvest Kitchen has shut down their restaurant. They're no longer serving food, which does affect our ability to have food from them. And so we're planning on still meeting here. We're still working out some of the logistics and costs and all that stuff. But we're working on figuring out how to get the food. And we know the table over there that's looking at me like, where's my food? Yeah, those guys are the most important. I don't care about the rest of y'all. Those guys are looking at me and they'll hurt me if we don't have food. We're working on ways to get the regular eggs and bacon and things like that, the high protein, low carb, but also have maybe some taquitos and whatnot. So we're working on all of that. And of course, we heard from Chef a minute ago that he's wanting to still hang around and do some stuff. Well, so that might be an opportunity as well to have some food. So we're working on the food. We will have food for you. It may look a little different. We may knock you all down to a breakfast membership, and then you just pay for whatever comes in the door. That may be the easiest way to do it, but we're working through those logistics. Either way, at this point, I don't anticipate that we're leaving Abundant Harvest as a location. I really love these folks. I think they're still going to have their kitchen. I mean, their food bank. They're still going to have a lot of the ministries that they have. They're just not going to serve lunch to folks, and as such, not serve breakfast to us. So we will have coffee, however, regardless. Period. There's no question. So with that, drawings. Let's see here. So what are we giving away? Homemade divinity fudge. We've got 3 homemade divinity fudges. No, there's only 3. I don't know what you're talking about. Prove it. Dang it. Dang eminent domain. Ooh, I like that. All right. So we've got 4 divinities, and then we've got 2 bottles of wine. And then we've got a knife set. So we've got 7 stuff here. Okay. So what we have here is, which one? It's Joe for Tarongos is number 1. Some come pick which one you want. And after that, we get, looks like it says Flurry on the back. It's probably Todd Flurry on the front. Yay, Todd. He's number 2. Then we got Tony Bennett. All right. You pick first. You pick the wine? Oh, you like the wine, do you? I think that's good. Oop. Did she? All right. Tony Bennett. You got the snack foods. All right. And then who we got number 4? We've got, no, that is Tony Bennett. Who did we miss? Tony Bennett, you're in here twice. He's got 2 different cards. What the heck? Angela Schimmels. Yeah. And then Frank Boyd. Here, you get some divinity fudge. And look. Take it. Do it. Yeah. What are you going to do? Angela, you're a winner. What happens when you're a winner? Awesome. All right, everybody. Thank y'all so much. You guys are absolutely amazing. Oh, we are having a leadership meeting after this meeting. And from that, we're going to tell you. Ooh, I lied. Okay, hang on. Tommy's got an announcement.
All right. Our Aggie Club is having back-to-back watch parties. Typically, we do watch parties for away games. That would be tomorrow for the Auburn game. The game's at 6:30 at Angry Elephant. But we're also having a watch party for the TU game because the ticket prices are pretty much outrageous. $2,000. Some of them are going higher than that. So, yeah, both games are at 6:30. We're going to do it at the same place at the Angry Elephant, and y'all come out and have fun.
Can't believe it. You're not going to scrounge and save just to go see the Aggies beat the hell out of TU? So, well, raise your hand if you're going to be there. There you go. Look at these fine folks. All right. Yes, what you got?
Just a comment on the Christmas list thing. If you have anything in your Amazon cart already, just be careful you don't send it because I almost sent my thigh gun holster to Arrow.
That'd have been fun. I don't. All right. As a warning, do not send your thigh gun holster to Arrow. They don't appreciate that. Actually, they would, but that's right. All right. With that, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Thank y'all for being awesome, and we'll see y'all here next 2 weeks. And if you got a pair of glasses, give it to Donna and bring a friend. Oh, if you got glasses, we're taking a picture. Sorry.
Have a great week.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Have a great week, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving for everyone.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce. You too.
Thank you, Bruce.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Bruce.
I'm going to go and shut everything down.